start back. And once again, I'm not going to do a lot of talking in the beginning of this video, but I'm going to be finishing up the center section of the album and the rest of the pages. And then on the back end, on the final review, I'll go ahead and pick up the audio and we'll go in normal speed, and I'll explain some of the page decorations and the final project. Thank you so much again for watching. And now it's time for the final review. Here is the completed flight bag. And again, I use the very lovely paper collection from Cartabella, Metropolitan Girl. I'm so in love with that paper line. Here I am showing you that I almost use every bit of piece of the paper collection for this entire project. So if you don't like a lot of scraps of paper, or not just scraps, any extras, this is a good project for your paper collection. As you can see, the bag does rotate. The album's in the bag. I'll show that to you a little later. For the outside pocket, I wanted to make a little something to slip in that pocket right there. And so I just took one of the cut aparts and I did a portrait fold on it. Took a sticker element, made it a tuck spot, took a cut apart, mounted it on some cardstock. You can't see it in this clip of the video, but I did make a little mini pocket on that, just to show you that there is, room for photos or memorabilia or whatever in that back pocket. And again, that front pocket has a gusset. This is a 4x6 cut apart in the collection. I just matted some blush cardstock on the back, but you can put a 4x6 or more photos in there because we did that gusseted pocket, if you recall, earlier in the video. So that's the front. On the zipper pull, and I'll show you another close-up of this a little bit later, I took a sticker element and I mounted it on some cardstock. I finished it with another sticker element and then Mod Podged that for the wear and attached it with some beads that I put together and a lobster claw clasp. Here is the back pocket. I did a little bit of the embellishing on it with some sticker elements. I did not make anything for the inside of the pocket, but I just want to again show you how deep that pocket is. You certainly could put quite a bit of items in there. So this makes a really good travel bag, memory book or album, because you can stick so much memorabilia, things that we collect on our vacations and trips. So here you go. I'm going to show you a full view of the mini album, but here's another close-up of that charm that I made for the zipper pull. Lovely, lovely sticker elements in this collection. That's a sticker element and just some simple black cardstock to back it. And then when I turn it around for you, Mod Podge. I wanted to do that. It adds a little bit more strength to the element that I added to the chain and the beads. And it also protects the paper too. And there's that lobster claw clasp. So the bag opens up and it is quite generous on the inside of the bag. I don't think I'd be able to capture this on video, but you can literally stick more things inside this bag, not just this chunky mini album. So it is packed pretty full once all of the embellishments get in on the pages. And when I open it up, and in just a second you'll see that, because I also added the pocket tags that go in each of the pockets. So it's belt closure. There's the front. Saw this before in one of the tutorial segments, but in case you're just picking up this video, I'm showing it again. So that is the front. The cityscape comes together in the gatefold, the side, and then part of the city, those lovely stars on that graphic paper there up at the top. And so the album opens up like this. And so what I'm going to do is cover the left side of the album, the center, and then I'll do the back because it is so big. So for this slip pocket here, I took one of the cut aparts. I took my Stampin' Up! Small tab punch, punched the tag out of there, And then I used paper to make the flag up at the top for the tag. I did the same thing on the Paris cut apart there. I used my small tab topper punch from Stampin' Up, added some cream ribbon. Here is a photo mat. Oops, let me turn that right side up. That just tucks away up there. And then you have your 4x6 photo mat that is actually 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, but it'll hold a 4x6 photo with a little bit of border. And then I used one of the cut aparts to tuck away in the pocket. Here is the large tag. Each pocket has one of these tags, and I made that tab by using this Stampin' Up punch. And where it met in the center there, I scored that, folded it in half, and then that's how I got that scalloped edge and then the straight edge on top of each tag. And there's one for every pocket. On the back of the first page, in this split pocket, I just did a simple tag or journaling card. Here I took two pieces of the cut apart, added some black ribbon, did a little matting on the inside. It could be a journaling card, it could be a photo mat. I took one of the cut aparts, fussy cut it, and added it to the front of that page. On this page, replicated the same thing, a simple tag or journaling card. Again, you have your 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 space for your 4x6 photo. On this, I fussy cut the gal. I fussy cut all of her. I fussy cut all of that element from the cut apart and made a tuck spot and created a small little tag photo mat journaling card. And this is the tag for that pocket. Really generous tags in this album. For this page, I took one of the small cut aparts, added a piece of solid cardstock on the back, used some paper just to make my little flag up at the top, and then did a simple photo mat. I took the actual label from one of the sheets of the paper for the Metropolitan Girl, and I mounted that. So I'm just showing you, you could use every bit of the paper in your collection for your album decorations. And then I made a belly band on the back. Here, this is the double split belly band. I just made a simple photo mat for that. I thought the colors in the paper were enough. 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 photo mat. Here I took a cut apart, made it a tuck spot, added some of the gorgeous stickers on the front and back of that photo mat. Love the red and black. There's the photo mat for that pocket. On the back, here I took some blush cardstock and I mounted it as a photo mat, used sticker elements again to tuck away there. So now I'm going to go into the center of the album, center back portion of the album. I simply love the cityscape. I didn't want to cut it in pieces. And so I made, as you saw in the previous tutorial, I made tuck spots by cutting carefully around some of the buildings. And I just thought this was a fun way to display photos or your memorabilia. You can just tuck a little note, a receipt, a little photo right into the buildings. And I just think it's a fun way of doing it. I do it a lot on my projects if you've watched some of my videos. And I just think it's a great way to use your paper or the designs in the paper in a different way. Just use a really sharp X-Acto knife and be steady hand. Here I made a photo mat or a journaling card. I used some of the sticker elements. I really love that girl with the packages. I think she's just so sophisticated. Again, this is a great paper collection. Center back, I just did some simple photo mats, popped up that cut apart with foam squares so you could tuck something in there as well. On the side pocket here, I just made 2 small little photo mats or journaling cards that tuck in behind the ribbon belly band and inside that pocket. There is plenty enough room to add more elements into the pocket. It's quite generous, and I thought that was kind of a neat way to use some ribbon. Again, there's your photo mat. Used the sticker element, matted it on some black cardstock, fussy cut around it, and popped it up with foam squares. Added a sticker element on the front and back of the journaling tag or the photo mat. Super fun pocket. And here is the tag for that pocket. Slide that back in, make sure that I don't bend that ribbon or the tag. On the zigzag belly band, I just made 2 simple matted photo mats with using red paper. I thought the design of the belly band was enough, and it complemented the next page really well. Again, I used my X-Acto knife around the paper there to make a tuck spot. Just a fun way of adding a tuck spot into your page. Gorgeous card as a cut apart, just simply sits there, and I just think it's a lovely way of displaying it. Your photo mat, photo corners coordinate, sticker element from the collection, and then I just use photo corners and put it on back of some cardstock. And that's the tag for this page. On the back side, kind of kept this one simple at front because I really like the dressmaker pattern motif. On the back, I used the sticker element, cut a little cardstock out for a photo mat. Here, what I did is I made a small tag for that belly band right there, and it just slips right inside like that. And then I took 2 cut aparts, folded them where they met, matted the red cardstock. I added magnet closure on this so that you can just tuck something in there and it won't fall out. So you can write a little message on one side and then tuck your little photo or whatever, but it really utilizes that whole flap. Again, photo mat. Used a cut apart from the collection on that pocket and did a simple mat in the pocket. And then here's the last tag for the back pocket. On the back side, gorgeous graphics on the cut apart. Love the bold stripes. So I did a simple black and cream tag to go with it. It really didn't need much more than that because of the cut apart image. And I love how the gal is facing the last section of the album. Small little cut apart tucks in there. Then I did a little photo mat or journaling card, added some sticker elements. I think it was fun to have the dressy shoes on one side and then the sneakers on the other side. And there you have it, the mini album in its entirety to go with the flight bag. And I really had fun making this version. I know it may be challenging for some people, but I think if you purchase the written instructions and follow along, you'll be able to replicate this flight album and mini album. Thank you so much for watching.